Staff, teachers, and most importantly, welcome to the graduates. As Kristen said, my name is Julia James, and I will be your Mistress of Ceremonies for this afternoon. Today is a joyous occasion. We're here to rejoice, honor, and celebrate the achievements of the graduating class of 2015. But before we get started, I'd like to recognize Poly Jazz Combo for the music that they performed before the ceremony. We will begin our program with a presentation of colors by the JROTC Color Guard. Leading you in the Pledge of Allegiance, please welcome Battalion Commander Daniel Tran.
Will everyone please rise and guide your attention to our flag?
Where's the flag?
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now to sing the national anthem, please welcome Ashley Marie Hawley, Autumn Hawley, and Faith Mateau.
Oh, say, can you see?
Just kicked.
Post! Reset! Arms! Order! Arms! Post! Right! Face! Forward! Arms! Forward! Arms!
Now on to our first speaker. He's a Poly alumnus and current council member for the City of Long Beach's 6th District. Please join me in welcoming Councilman D. Andrews.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think we should have these every week. I've never got a welcome like that before. But before we get started, I would like to, you three young ladies, if you haven't signed the contract before July the 4th, we'd love to have you come to the City Council and do the Pledge of Allegiance for us. Now, I didn't have anything to do with that. The mayor kind of like, would this be a good idea? I thought it'd be a great idea. You can do it every week for us. I'm concerned. It just takes up a little more time to get us out of there sooner. You guys, this is a great day for me, and I think it's more than all, it's a great day for you because I stood in a stage like this 400 years ago as a polyglot. And to just think, when you guys talk about 1,100 graduate students, we had about 400 and something, and boy, was we excited. You know, we could have had that side of it. But you guys have done something that you will never, ever get a chance to do again. We're not talking about college graduate. We're talking about graduating from high school. Because can you remember as a young child, that first step, how excited everyone in the family was when you took that first step? You know, life is kind of made up of steps. Steps. You're going to take a lot of steps in your life. You're going to make a lot of stumbling while you're stepping. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. And even though you may fall in your stepping, get up, get up. That's not the end. You guys have seen that now even in school. I know you hear a lot of your little friends say, when they was little 9th graders, says, man, I'm going to wait till I become a senior and I'm going to catch up. Take this from this old man. Catch up only what's good on hot dogs and hamburgers. You got to do it now. You don't have time to talk about catching up. Get ahead of yourself. So, it gives me honor and pride to be able to introduce this next individual because he had a vision just like most of you do. And this is Dr. Robert Garcia. He's an accomplished educator, and that's the mayor of the city of Long Beach. Dr. Robert Garcia was elected 28th mayor of Long Beach on June the 3rd of last year. He has taken leadership role in balancing the city budget, expanding park space, and invested in technology. Dr. Robert committed moving Long Beach forward by attracting tech and green, creating new educational partnerships, including and increasing internships opportunities for our youth for jobs. I know this is what all of you individuals are talking about, jobs, jobs, because my slogan as a council person, I know what a job can do for an individual and for a family. I always say a job can stop a bullet, but I know if you keep yourself tired, a tired kid is a good kid. Stay tired, stay tired. You guys, it's more than an honor and a pleasure for me to be able to introduce our mayor of the city of Long Beach, Dr. Robert Garcia.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And Jackrabbits, how we doing? Doing all right? I am really honored, first of all, to be here with you this afternoon, and incredibly excited to just share a few words about how proud the city of Long Beach really is to have you all here at this important moment in all of your lives. And so I say what I have to say today, not just on behalf of me, but also on behalf of the entire city of Long Beach. Congratulations, this is an incredible step not just for all of you, but for the entire city of Long Beach. And so thank you. Absolutely. Let me just start off by asking all of the graduates to consider why you're here today. Nobody here got here on their own. They're here today because of their parents, or their siblings, or a family friend, or their grandparents, or someone that they look up to, a mentor, a teacher. And so let's take a moment and give a big round of applause, graduates, to your parents that are here, your teachers, There is nothing more exciting for a city than graduation time. It's a time that we celebrate our future. It's a time that we celebrate the best that we have to offer as a community. I'll share with you briefly. I came to the United States when I was 5 years old. I immigrated here, perhaps like some of you that are here, or certainly some family members that are here. And the one thing that was very important to my family in coming to the U.S. from another country was the idea of education. All 8 of us in my family didn't have much. We all lived in a small apartment. Oftentimes my family had to make decisions about childcare, healthcare, work, food. But the one thing that was constant across my life growing up was, even though we didn't have a lot of resources, even though at times we lived in housing that was public housing, or even though I didn't always have the latest Jordans or the best clothes, one thing that my family had was a lot of love and a drive to get educated. My family, while very loving, no one in my family had more at the time than a middle school education. But one thing that was certain is that us as a family here, me being the oldest of my siblings, it was incredibly important for me to get a college education and to move on. And the reason why this is important for all of us and for all of you, whether you're going to college, whether you're going to here to Long Beach City, whether you're going on to a career path, or whatever it is that you do, is that this accomplishment and this movement is not yours alone. It is for your family. It is for the collective whole that you all belong to in that unit. And I know I realized that early, and I hope you realize that as well. I want to be able to share a few things. I think oftentimes when you have either graduation speakers or speakers at baccalaureates or celebrations, sometimes, certainly in my case, you don't always remember what they say or who even it was that spoke to you that afternoon or that day. So I'm going to share with you very briefly 5 things that have been very important to me that have helped me in life get to the point where I am. Now, I've had the good fortune of graduating from Cal State Long Beach, going on to grad school at SC. Any Trojans? Anyone going to USC? All right, good. Doing grad school at SC, and then going on to get my doctorate, and obviously having the biggest honor of my life is to serve all of you as mayor. But there's 5 things I learned along the way that I hope you'll just pick one. If of the 5 things, remember one, and I hope it sticks with you as much as it has stuck with me. And I'll go through these pretty briefly. The most important thing that I learned is to take calculated risks. Do not underestimate yourself. One thing that I tried not to do in life, and you will find it as you get older, is oftentimes you won't think you're ready. Or you'll think, maybe I'm not qualified for that job. Or you'll think less of yourself for whatever reason. Don't do that to yourself. The world is open and you are ready. Believe that you are ready. If I had made a decision, every time someone told me, don't apply for the job, you're unqualified, don't run for mayor, you're too young, don't go to grad school, you're not ready, I wouldn't have the great honor of standing before all of you today. Don't ever underestimate yourself. Take the risk and move forward. That's the first thing I learned, and one thing I'm proud of that I hope you all take with you. The second thing that's important, be a lifelong learner. For me, after I graduated from college, I made the decision to go to grad school. And for all of you, wherever your path takes you, don't ever stop absorbing information and learning. It is so valuable to your future. If your choice is to go to college, when you're done with college, Think about grad school. If your choice is to go to community college, then consider finishing and getting your BA. If you decide to get and go straight to a career, do the best you can possibly do in that career and always get more educated and more training. It will last you a lifetime. This economy that you're all going into, the 21st century economy, is an economy of change. The last 10 years of this economy and of this country, we have produced more information than the last 100 years. People are switching careers faster than at any rate in the history of our country. So what does that mean? It means you have to be better trained. It means you need more information. And the more education you get, the more prepared you're going to be, not just for when you graduate 4 years from now, 5 years from now, but when you decide what you're going to do 10 or 20 years from now. So the second thing is be a lifelong learner. The third thing I want to share with you. I hope that one thing you all walk away with today, and when you graduate here in just a few days, is to love your country and community for giving you a public education. I will share with you that for me, I mentioned that I immigrated here from Peru to the U.S. And when I got here and I went to college, I did not become a U.S. citizen until I was actually in college. So I was at Cal State Long Beach as a freshman in the dorms when I became an American, as American as everybody else in this room. But the one thing when I became a U.S. citizen that I'll never forget is how lucky and how fortunate I felt to be a part of this great country. That becoming an American and all the privileges and responsibilities that come with that honor and privilege, that's something I'll never forget. And I know that as an American today, I'll never be able to give back to my country what my country has given to me. And I hope you all never forget that either. Always give back to your country. Your public education, Poly High School, is a product of the hard work of many, many people. And believe me, our country is not perfect. It is an imperfect nation, but it's a great nation. Love your country and make it proud. The fourth thing I'll leave you with is to never forget where you come from. Never forget where you come from. I certainly never forget that my family had to make decisions about how many jobs my mom was going to work, or what we were going to do as a family to get by. And all of you should never forget where you come from either. Whether you came from a place that was happy and healthy, and it's your family you want to give back to, or whether you came from a place that was struggle. And almost everyone comes from a place of some type of struggle and hardship. But don't forget where you come from. Don't forget Long Beach. Don't forget your neighborhood and your family. It's incredibly important for everyone here to give back. If you were mentored at some point in your life, become a mentor. Always give back and never forget where you're from. And the last thing I'll leave you with today, and this is the best lesson I've ever learned in my entire life, and I learned it from my grandmother. The most important thing I hope you'll all remember and walk away with today is what I think is the single most important thing that's led to most people's success. And that is to be kind. To be kind and a good person. In my opinion, being kind will get you farther in life than anything else outside of your education. Being kind will get you farther than being powerful, than being aggressive, certainly than being angry. But being kind to your people you work with, your family, those around you will get you farther, in my opinion, in life than anything else. Turn the feelings we often all feel inside of us and hopefully follow your heart and be kind to others. I believe that is our mission as a community, is to treat others as we want to be treated ourselves. I hope that I left. I know that my My title here in the program is Inspirational Speaker. I'm not sure how inspirational it was, but it certainly was from the heart. And I want to let you all know before I exit, to all the family and the parents out there, thank you for giving your kids the opportunity to help our city and our community be the kind of place that we all want to live in. Long Beach is the best city in America. We all love it. And don't ever forget, you all got your education in Long Beach. So good luck to all of you in college, in the workplace. Good luck.